Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope everyone is doing well, guys, and I hope that you're all live with me in today's session where we're going to be discussing one reading comprehension from the Aeon essays. So every day, alternate days rather, I cover Hindu and Aeon reading comprehension where we make some questions, discuss them, we read the article, we do some vocabulary from these. So I hope you're joining in every day and bringing in more and more people to come and attend the session with us. So that's the most exciting thing for me as well as for everybody else also. All right guys, without wasting any more time, let's get started. शुरू कर लेते हैं अपना session. Remember to use AbhiCat Live to subscribe to Unacademy, everyone. Also, here are some new batches that we are starting on Unacademy, which you can subscribe to. The AIM batch for CAT 2022 with my very dear friend Shabana ma'am. जरूर ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. अच्छा, by the way, आज से मेरा रोड मैप टू सक्सेस में इंटरमीडिएट कोर्स स्टार्ट हो रहा है 8 PM guys. So I have already informed you guys. If you're not informed, do make sure you get to know and join in. So decode VRC, this is a moderate level test happening on 8th of April 4 o'clock से 4:15 तक. 15 मिनट का टेस्ट है यार, एकदम नन्हा टेस्ट है, तो बिल्कुल लिखो टेस्ट को. Also guys, our plus subscription for MBA aspirants is available for you all. 12 month का course at 45% off and 24 months का course at 60% off. Huge offs चल रहे हैं guys. Please do buy your subscription. Iconic course, all the benefits of plus है, 1-to-1 live mentorship है, 1-to-1 live doubts है, 1-to-1 live concepts है. You can book slots at your convenience. So बिल्कुल subscribe करो. Also guys, the website पे भी आ गया है ask a doubt feature. So it's now available on the website as well as the app. We've got some brand new updates. Now what are these? So you can ask up to 3 doubts at a go. You can get solutions in your preferred language and you can request a review of your solution. Simply click, crop and submit. बहुत बढ़िया है, एकदम तुरंत कर लो सब्सक्राइब. आज के आर्टिकल पे चलते हैं. All right, so here are the words that we have for today's article and let's take a moment. Sophisticated of course होता है advanced, मतलब बहुत ही हाई टेक चीजें जो होती है, हाई टेक्नोलॉजी होती है, नेक्स्ट लेवल टेक्नोलॉजी होती है, दैट्स कॉल्ड sophisticated. So advanced. Another meaning of sophisticated is someone who's very cultured. तो वो भी होता है cultured. ठीक है, तो sophisticated के दो मीनिंग्स है. काउंटर इंट्यूटिव मतलब जो उल्टा हो जाए. You are expecting something to happen, the exact opposite is happening. That's called counter intuitive or futile. इसको हम futile भी कहते हैं. Nuanced of course means something that is very subtle. Something is very nuanced. बहुत subtle तरीके से बात करें. Subtle मतलब बहुत delicate तरीके से बात करें. upfront आके नहीं बात करते हैं, छुप छुप के बात करते हैं, सटल तरीके से बात करते हैं. ठीक है. Denouncing of course means criticizing. अरे ये ऐसा है, वो वैसा है. That's called denouncing. Denunciation कहते हैं या criticism कहते हैं. Discredit again is disparage. किसी को discredit कर देना मतलब दूसरे की नजरों में गिरा देना होता है. So to portray someone in such a manner that other people feel that this is not the right person. So that is discredit. Stance of course point of view होता है. आपका stance क्या है वो आपको पता होना चाहिए, मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा. privileges of birth यानी आप जहाँ पे पैदा हुए हैं वहाँ के privileges क्या है. कल हम लोग बात कर रहे थे रात के सेशन में कि क्या हमें अपने पेरेंट्स, क्या हमें एक एजुकेशन लोन लेना चाहिए, और मैंने यही कहा था that if your parents can afford to spend 30-40 लाख रुपीस तो ज़रूर ले लेना चाहिए पेरेंट्स से पैसा. वरना अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके पेरेंट्स की हार्ड अर्नड सेविंग से निकल के जा रहा है तो बिल्कुल मत लीजिए. एजुकेशन लोन आपको बहुत आराम से मिल जाएगा अगर आप टॉप 20 स्कूल में जाओगे तो एजुकेशन लोन लो. इट्स अ प्रिविलेज ऑफ बीइंग बोर्न एन इंडियन दैट योर पेरेंट्स आर विलिंग टू फंड योर एजुकेशन. किसी भी और देश में जाएंगे आपके पेरेंट्स नहीं फंड करते हैं. वो कहते हैं आप जाइए, अपने आप से कमाइए, अपने आप से पढ़ाई कीजिए. सो यू आर privileged by mere virtue of the fact that we are born in India and our parents are willing to do anything for us. That's a privilege. So advantage of birth. and then dispossessed, someone who has been removed from his home. So बहुत सारे यूक्रेनियंस हैं जो अपना देश छोड़ के चले गए हैं, they've been dispossessed. तो जहाँ रहते थे वो जगह से हट गए, so they've become homeless. So the dispossessed are people who become homeless, who do not have their own possessions anymore. All right, so these are our words for the day. You can click a picture. Sophisticated, counterintuitive, nuanced, denouncing, discredit, stance, privilege, and dispossessed. All right, article पढ़ते हैं आज का. Is virtue signaling a vice? बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग आर्टिकल है. Virtue signaling, क्या वो एक वाइस है? वाइस मतलब होता है बुराई, वर्च्यू मतलब होता है गुडनेस. So that the fact that you are signaling that you are virtuous, is that a bad thing or is it a good thing? So that's our article for today. Let's read it. So as a quick stroll on social media reveals, most people love showing that they are good. So अगर आप social media पे जाओगे देखोगे सब लोग कहेंगे मैं अच्छा हूँ, मैं ये करता हूँ, मैं वो करता हूँ, मैं वो करता हूँ. Whether by expressing compassion for disaster victims, sharing a post to support a social movement, or denouncing a celebrity's racist comment, many people are eager to broadcast their high moral standing. तो बहुत सारे लोग ये show off करना चाहते हैं that we are morally superior to everybody else, you know, and by doing what? By just posting something on social media. Critics sometimes dismiss these acts as mere virtue signaling. तो critics इन acts को dismiss करते हैं, उनको वैल्यू नहीं करते हैं, कहते हैं कि ये वर्च्यू सिग्नलिंग है, ये एक्चुअल में वर्चुओसिटी शायद ना हो. As the British journalist James Bartholomew, who popularized the term in a magazine article in 2015, remarks, virtue signalers enjoy the privilege of feeling better about themselves by doing very little. तो ये जो वर्च्यू सिग्नलिंग करते हैं उनको लगता है कि वो बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, वो ये चीज फील कर लेते हैं बिना कुछ किए हुए. सो दे डू नथिंग और नेक्स्ट टू नथिंग एंड दे स्टिल फील ओह हमने कितना बढ़िया काम किया. Unlike the kind of helping where you have to do something, help an old lady cross the street, volunteer to give meals to the dispossessed, go door to door to fundraise for a cause, virtue signaling often consists of completely costless actions such as changing your profile picture and saying you don't like a politician's stance on immigration. तो आपको वर्च्यू सिग्नलिंग में कुछ नहीं करना होता, आप अपनी प्रोफाइल पिक्चर लगा दीजिए, कुछ पोस्ट कर दीजिए और आपका काम हो जाता है. आपको एक्चुअल में कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता है. Which is where there is a question mark. Bartholomew complains that saying the right things violently on Twitter is much easier than real kindness. So see, if you're really being kind, you would go out and do something. But आप सिर्फ सिग्नल कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ ट्विटर पे ट्वीट कर रहे हैं, वो अच्छा है, वो गलत है, वो सही है. ट्विटर इज नॉट द आंसर टू एवरीथिंग. Virtue signaling can be easy, but why does that make it seem bad? तो virtue signaling आसान है, देखने में भी आसान है, but क्या वो बुरी है या वो अच्छी है? Let's talk about it. To answer this question and understand virtue signaling in general, we need to take a couple of steps back. तो थोड़ा पीछे जाकर के स्टडी करना पड़ेगा. In everyday dash, the people who accuse others of virtue signaling are often not interested in doing real moral analysis. तो जो लोग, these people who are accusing others of doing virtue signaling, they're not doing a proper moral analysis of the actions. Mostly they want to discredit their political opponents. So वो अपने political opponents को discredit करना चाहते हैं कि भाई ये कहते हैं, ये कुछ करते नहीं हैं. So XYZ is just a virtue signaler. He is not really a do-gooder. वो कोई charity नहीं कर रहे, वो कोई philanthropist नहीं है. My allies are heroically rallying for a just cause. People on the other side are virtue signaling. तो वो कह रहा है कि मेरे जितने भाई हैं, हमारी जो पार्टी के लोग हैं, हम लोग इकट्ठे हो रहे हैं एक अच्छे काम के लिए, दूसरे साइड वाले लोग सिर्फ बातें कर रहे हैं. Okay? It might be more illuminating to look at what science says on the subject. So let's get into what science is saying on this subject. Why do we have the strong emotions we have about virtue signaling? And is it actually good or bad? So why are we so angry about virtue signaling? Why are we so upset about it? Why are we so happy? इतने strong emotions क्यों हैं virtue signaling के लिए? और क्या वो actually good or bad है? Is it actually good or bad? Over the past few decades, scientists in a variety of fields have developed sophisticated analysis of how signaling as a general phenomena, how humans and other animals send signals designed to convey information to other individuals. So most fields, we have been able to create a language of the signals, that what is the signal doing, right? So they have started analyzing the signals. The insights of signaling theory can be counterintuitive and have had a huge impact on biology and the social sciences. So जो signaling के insights हैं उससे जो हमने glean किया है, glean is such a lovely word ना, glean मतलब समझा है. So हमने इस analysis से जो भी glean किया, जो भी समझा है, वो counterintuitive हो सकता है, मतलब वो it is working against what you really intended to do and have had a huge impact on biology and social sciences. तो बड़ा impact हुआ है. They also tell us that virtue signaling is more nuanced and more interesting than the picture painted by conventional wisdom and political rhetoric. तो जो virtue signaling है वो सिर्फ उतनी नहीं है जितनी आपको political rhetoric से पता चल रहा है या conventional wisdom से पता चल रहा है. There is a lot more going on in virtue signaling. As it turns out, there are bad and good things about virtue signaling, but probably not for the reasons that you think. तो वर्चू सिग्नलिंग में अच्छे और बुरे चीजें सभी हैं, बट शायद उन रीजन से नहीं जो आप या मैं सोच रहे हैं. ओके गाइस, so that is our article for the day. Is virtue signaling a vice? I hope you enjoyed it. For the full article, just go on to Aeon essays and find the article by the same name. Is virtue signaling a vice? What is the purpose of the passage? Is it to deny the existence of virtue signaling, to introduce the idea of virtue signaling, to compare virtue signaling with genuine charity, or to applaud those who help the poor? Come on, guys. Everybody, I hope you've hit the like button. If you haven't, then please hit the like button. Dishani, Anjali, Rooster, Shubham, Sudha, Nikita, Harsh, Aman, Gaurav, Rohit, Swayashi, Amrita, Sneha, Garv. Welcome Rohit, it is so nice to have you. Everybody please hit the like button. 24 लोग हैं, 14 likes हैं, कैसे चलेगा? What is the purpose of the passage? Is it to applaud those who help the poor? We were not applauding anyone. To compare virtue signaling with genuine charity. Was that the intent of the purpose? To compare virtue signaling with genuine charity. Did we compare it through the article? Not really, we did not. This comparison, where was it? Did not happen. To deny the existence of virtue signaling, did we deny it? No. We just introduced the idea of virtue signaling and therefore B is the correct answer, everyone. I think a lot of you have got it wrong. The passage was talking about what is virtue signaling, क्या वो अच्छा है, क्या वो बुरा है. इससे ज़्यादा उन्होंने कुछ भी नहीं किया था, उन्होंने compare नहीं किया था virtue signaling को genuine charity से. They did not do that. So all they really did do was to introduce the idea of virtue signaling. Now, which of these is suggested in the passage? That there's a lot more to virtue signaling than just being good or bad. That people like to discredit their opponents. That virtue signaling is costless. Or that people like to broadcast their goodness. We were not comparing. There was just one line which said that it is not like genuine charity. सिर्फ एक line थी. All right, which of these is suggested in the passage? Remember, when we say suggested, that means it is not mentioned in the passage. It is something that you will infer from the passage. That people like to broadcast their goodness was mentioned in the passage. That people like virtue signaling. This was already mentioned in the passage. So this is a mentioned fact, cannot be my answer. Virtue signaling has no cost, and this was also mentioned. All you have to do is just go on to social media, crib about someone. So mentioned in the passage, so cannot be my answer. People like to discredit their opponents. Mentioned in the passage, therefore cannot be my answer. There's a lot more to virtue signaling than just being good or bad. This was something that you could have inferred from the last part of the passage, and therefore A is the correct answer. Okay, so what is suggested? What can you infer from the passage? What does the passage imply? Same difference, right? So correct answer A. All right, let's go to the next one. Which of the following can be the tone of the author regarding virtue signalers? तो राइटर का क्या टोन है virtue signalers के लिए? Is he laudatory? Is it ironic? Is he disparaging? Is he factual? क्या है? क्या उसने virtue signalers की तारीफ करी है, उनकी बुराई करी है, factual है? लॉडेटरी मतलब होता है प्रेज करना. सो हैज द ऑथर प्रेज द वर्च्यू सिग्नलर्स की? नहीं नहीं, वे बड़े अच्छे लोग होते हैं. नहीं. हैज ही शोन सम सॉर्ट ऑफ एन आयरनी? नॉट रियली. नॉट फॉर द वर्च्यू सिग्नलर्स. he has shown some sort of irony for those who point out to the virtue signalers. तो virtue signaler के लिए उसने कोई irony नहीं दी है. So not B. Factual भी नहीं है. Correct answer है disparaging. So writer, when he talks about the virtue signalers, you will get the feeling that he wants to put these people down. And therefore the correct answer here will be C, disparaging, which I am seeing quite a few of you have given. All right. Here is your next one, the fill in the blank. In everyday dash, the people who accuse others of virtue signaling are often not interested in doing real moral. देखो ये मैं कह रही थी ना कि यहाँ पे irony है. तो this is where the irony is. जो accuse कर रहे हैं virtue signaling के लिए, वो खुद इतने moral हैं या नहीं हैं. तो यहाँ irony थी. So about those people there was irony, but not about the virtue signalers. So discourse, perception, rhetoric, or accoutrement. What should the correct answer be? I know Gaurav, बहुत अच्छा article. I just loved it. Please go out and read this article. It's virtue signaling a vice on Aeon essays today. पढ़ना. It's an excellent read. अच्छा, by the way, somebody has asked me to do one article from the Scientific American. तो इस हफ्ते संडे को मैं उस आर्टिकल को कवर करूंगी. All right. So in everyday क्या? Yes, in everyday accoutrement means clothes. So clearly ये तो नहीं हो सकता है, हटा देते हैं. Rhetoric is just empty words. So no. Perception, understanding, but we're not talking of understanding. We're talking of discourse. Everyday discussion, everyday, speeches, everyday ideation. So yes, discourse. In everyday discourse, the people who accuse others of virtue signaling are often not interested in doing any real moral analysis. So that's our fourth question. Let's get your scores in, everyone. आज थोड़ा scores भी देखते हैं किसका क्या score आया है. अच्छा guys, Telegram channel please connect करना मेरे से. मेरा Telegram channel है अभी CAT. ठीक है. My Telegram channel is AbhiCat. You can find it by this. It is a short link. The name of the channel is VRC 99.99 Abhilasha. But this is a short link. So if you go to Telegram, you can find me by this name. That's a good thing. आज 12 बजे हमारा vocab का series है. तुम्हें पता है, you all are aware that I am doing alternate days vocab and GK. So yesterday we did GK. Today we will be going back to vocabulary. So do make sure you're coming in all ready, all prepared for vocab. तो बिल्कुल आना, 12 बजे करेंगे. स्कोर्स देख लेती हूँ जरा. शुभम, कौन सा लेक्चर रूस्टर्स हुआ तो था कल, तो सारे सेशंस हुए थे. शुभम 4, अंजलि 4, वेरी गुड. अन्वेषिता 3, शुभम 4, अमन 2, गर्व 2, शिवानी 3, अजय 3, अविनाश 3, स्नेहा पल्लवी 2, गौरव 2, हर्ष 2, सुधा 3, रूस्टर्स 3. वंडरफुल यू गाइज. अच्छा, आज के लिए बता दिया है कि आज हमारे नया बैच शुरू हो रहा है इंटरमीडिएट वीआरसी वाला. सो प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू आर ज्वाइनिंग इन इंटरमीडिएट वीआरसी. starts today 8 p.m. तो सब लोग प्लीज मेक द एफर्ट टू ज्वाइन इन. रिमेंबर टू हिट लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब एंड द बेल आइकन. एंड ऑल्सो गाइज, अगर सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं लिया अभी तक तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब करो. अभी कैट लाइव यूज करो, 10% ऑफ उठाओ और आराम से हमारे साथ पढ़ना शुरू कर दो. कैट प्रिपरेशन 22 के लिए भी अपने पास टाइम है. अप्रैल, मई, जून, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर. दैट मीन्स ऑलमोस्ट 8 मंथ्स है हमारे पास. अगर किसी को कैट प्रिपरेशन करना है 22 के लिए, यू हैव एम्पल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम इफ यू बिगिन नाउ. सो वेल, here's Abhi Cat Live, here's me, and here's you. Let's get started on this cat journey, guys. I will see you at noon for our special session. I will see you at 5 p.m. for our perfection batch, and I will see you at 8 p.m. for the intermediate VRC on the road to success. And 10 p.m. today, guys, is the NMAT special for on the open house. So uske liye bhi aa jana. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye, my amigos.